Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another review from BrickByBrick. And today we have the Ninjago movie minifigure series. The series contains 20 figures, on the leaflet, separated into several rows of 5. Note, the only thing special about the instructions is that it has a projectile warning for the first time, because stud shooter. And on the back, it does show you how to put together several of the figures that have a slightly different, method of construction, including, garment-ons, and anyone really with a neck accessory. But, yeah, 20 figures, not going to waste any time, let's get right to it. Figure number 1 on the leaflet, because we're going in that order, is Kendo Kai, and, the figure, appears relatively, simple at first glance. He does have Kai's hairpiece and a brand new unique head exclusive to this Kendo version of Kai. He does also come with a helmet piece, which is a brand new print with the red ring around the mask. He comes with a black armor piece, which has not been seen around for a while. And the leg print and torso print are the same as the standard Ninjago movie variant of Kai underneath the armor. I'm not going to bother taking it off, but back print is also there. Note that this version, since it's a collection minifigure, the print is slightly crisper, so, a slight bonus there, but nothing super special. It's just because of the way that the CMFs are printed. He does come with 2 Sensei Wu staffs as his accessory. Number 2 is Spinjitzu Training Nia, and she comes with 2 katanas in reddish brown for the first time, so wooden swords to train with, which is appropriate. Her torso and legs are the same training suit that's seen for all the other ninja in various, mostly promotional sets, and then the one juniors set. They're identical between all of them. Again, this one is CMF print, so it is slightly different feeling, but a bunch of the other ones are promotionals as well, so you kind of have the same thing going. And her face print is slightly different than standard Nia from the Ninjago movie sets, but it's very, very similar, so not as differently expressive as Kai's. And her hairpiece is cool, only appears in a couple other sets, so yeah, but that's pretty much all there is to Nia. Number 3 is Loloid, and this is basically just a standard Ninjago movie Green Ninja minifigure. Comes with the sword with tassel, which is cool, but not exclusive. This is the only exclusive, or well, I guess there's 2 exclusive parts, but this is the most exclusive one, and that's a blueprint of the Green Ninja Mech Dragon. And it's got some cool symbols up on there. It's hard to read, and I don't think anyone's translated it. But, yeah. The torso print is exactly the same as every other Ninjago movie Lloyd. It's got that cool, subtle detailing. Continues on the arms and the back. So, again, just standard though. Same with the legs. The mask is the same, and it is, 2 parts. But the headpiece here is brand new, only by merit of it has no back printing, so it's actually kind of worse than the standard, which I don't know if that's a good thing. But it does come with this hairpiece additionally in the minifigure packet, so it is nice that you get both options in one, $4 figure. Sensei Wu is up next, and his accessory is pretty big, so let's get that out of the way first. And it is a box of cornflakes, which is magnificent. I love this. It's kind of a little reference to the Master short that they teased before Storks, I think, which was an awful movie, but the short wasn't bad. That's the only reason I went. But yeah, nothing too special. And same with Sensei Wu, he's actually not super special either. I'm not going to bother taking the torso or the beard off, because the torso print is the same as the standard Wu, with the exception of this one has arm printing, which is present in the movie, so it was kind of disappointing to not see in the sets, but really cool to get on this figure. Makes them a little bit more exclusive. The leg print is just the sandals, so the skirt doesn't cover anything, but the skirt piece is awesome. Again, though, it's in every other Ninjago movie set. The only thing besides the cornflakes that makes this guy special is this face print, which is slightly happier than normal. So, you know, nothing super unique about this guy, besides that box of cornflakes. And it's Garmadon. This is one of 3 in the series, and this one comes with an exclusive staff. This mold is an exclusive part. Kinda feels Hammerhead Shark-ish, but a pretty cool piece nonetheless, and it's in gunmetal gray. The rest of the figure, though, is not so special. This hat piece is the same as the new, like, civilian Ninjago movie hat, except in black, which is currently exclusive to this figure. I don't know if it'll stay exclusive, but, you know, it exists. And his face is also a nice angry face. I believe it's an exclusive print here. But the rest of him is just the same as the standard Garmadon. It's got the second arm piece, which is a cool new mold. I like the print on it too. And then the torso and legs are just super simple. And, you know, relatively average. But I think that it's a nice cheap way to get the main villain of the Ninjago movie. Which, you know, people are going to want regardless of regardless of whether or not it's super special. Jay might not be super exclusive either, but he is a great way to get a couple of brand new awesome pieces. First, the selfie stick, not a new piece, but it does have a new print for a phone, which is really cool, and I like that it has, you know, Jay on it and everything. That's a cool print. And this is a cool little build, nothing super special. But the great thing about this guy is his hairpiece, which appears in a little promotional Movie Maker polybag and maybe something else, as well as the Ultimate Weapon, or the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon. So, you know, his face print is unique, nothing extraordinary, but a slightly more nervous expression than normal. And then this scarf piece, which is amazing, is also included on him. I really love the mold on this thing, but it only appears in Ninjago City, other than this guy. Would have been amazing to get it in a different color, but, you know, orange definitely suits him. And I like the print on the torso and legs. There is no back printing, but he doesn't really need it. This is one of the more impressive designs, I think, in the series, and probably one of the more popular ones, especially given the, you know, rarity of the pieces included. And speaking of rare and useful parts, the Lloyd figure has some. He's very similar to the Lloyd that appears in the Ninjago City Chase set, but he does come with a brand new spoon mold, which appears elsewhere in the series too, and this awesome Oriental bowl with that amazing dragon print. That's another very cool piece. And he's got this cool hood, which was introduced for this guy. It's a shame that this doesn't print, you know, the normal blonde color of his hair. That face is new. Hopefully we'll get this hood in some more colors. But the torso is also unique because it has no back print, which makes sense because the back print in the Ninjago City Chase set / Ninjago City has just lines to show the hood folded down. So this makes a lot of sense. The legs are, you know, the same as the Ninjago City version, but, you know, it's still a very cool figure. And Cole is another figure in the series who is relatively nice for new molds. His hairpiece isn't seen much in the movie, this particular style. In fact, I think the only time you see him with a style like this, he has headphones on, so, you know. But it is a cool new piece, and kind of reminiscent of the Cole hair from, you know, the TV show. But really nice new mold, and currently exclusive to this figure. I like the face. It's also a very different than average Cole. The torso is a really awesome Easter egg. This is an AC/DC shirt, but written in the Ninjago language, and it has the World Tour sold out 1985, Back to the Future year, and he's got no sleeves. His leg print is also new, and he has a new print for the boombox, because it's got like a iPod music player or whatever, MP3 player on there instead of, you know, the tape section, like to put a tape in, or CD. Coco is another good character to get in the series because she only otherwise appears in Ninjago City, and she is, you know, one of the more developed characters in the movie. She comes with one little accessory, which is just a new color, this purse piece in dark red. Her face print is similar, but she shows teeth in this set. In the Ninjago City one, she's just smiling, and then one of her faces is winking, which is really cool. The hair mold is also cool. Only appears here in Ninjago City again, so, you know, a couple cheap ways to get some of the parts in that set. And the torso print is cool. She wears this, I think, in most of the times you see her in the movie. But, you know, it does say Coco on her little name tag there. And I like the little flower design. And her leg print is relatively simple, but, you know, it's there, and it's nice. So, yeah. Well, Zane's happy to be here at number 10 on the list. He's got a pretty cool design for that sweater. Those are kind of reminding me of the alien clinger things from the what was it? The theme with the alien defense, Alien Conquest, that's what it's called. And the legs are white. They got some decent print on there. He's one of the few hero characters with toe printing. And his face is, you know, similar to the regular Zane's, but since he's not meant to be wearing a mask, he has this cool digital hair 8-bit design, which is pretty awesome looking. And it goes like all the way around the head. His hairpiece is similar to his TV show hair, except, you know, cut off on the sides so that it can allow for this cool effect. And he does come with a new color for the backpack introduced with the hiker from Series 16. And it's got the gray and red, so pretty cool. Here's Shark Army General number 1, and she comes with a new accessory, which is this squishy cup from the comic book guy from Simpsons Series 2. But it's got like the bubble, bubble design. I forget what was actually in this, or what they listed as. But it's got the straw, and it looks cool. Yeah, really neat piece. Anyway, the figure itself isn't bad. That's zombie businessman hair in black. Not a new piece, but a new look for the piece, because instead of just, you know, keeping it facing straight forward like that, they have you turn it to the side so that it kind of covers her eyes, like it does in the movie. But that's pretty cool. I like the facial expression. She's very nervous, as she should be. The torso shows her little general rank, high-ranking uniform. I like that leg print with the scale design. And she comes with these little plasticky cape parts, and they're punched out from one of these things. So, you know, they don't get crinkled up in the bag at all, which is good, but these feel a little weird. It works well for this, though, because it has to be translucent, and I think that it looks neat. I can't quite name what it's supposed to look like, though. Maybe some kind of coral. I don't know. Shark Army Octopus is a really cool figure, because he's got a stud shooter. Yay, everyone's favorite. It doesn't look bad, though, you know, if it's not supposed to look like a particular kind of weapon. And he comes with extra studs, so that's cool. One of the first times we've seen extra pieces in a while for collectible minifigures. They aren't supposed to be extra, though. It shows them coming with them, and you can attach them to the fish like I did, or you can just use the fish as a weapon and store those off to the side, like they suggest. The octopus mold is amazing, though. I really love the way that this turned out. It looks like we're going to be getting the same mold again in the Garmadon's Volcano base set, but it'll be a different color, so this remains exclusive. And the face that he gets there is cool. I like the scar on there. 3 batteries, which is good. You know, he's not going to die soon. And I like the torso print and leg print. Kind of reminds me of the Skydiver just a little, but they are exclusive. They're not the same as all the other Shark Army characters. However, it is, kind of a minor, or kind of minor differences. So, it's not too special, but it's nice to know that they added a little bit more variety to the lineup. The Shark Army Angler comes with a pretty cool weapon, and this is a fish mace. This mace piece was introduced at the Scary Night from the Series 15, I think. And it is a relatively uncommon piece because it only appeared there. And the anglerfish piece is also another really, really cool mold. I forgot to mention that Octopus's mold is rubbery. This is also, which is good because otherwise I would imagine that these would break off quite a bit. The design just, looks really, really good. And it shows some of the face through it, which is cool. This is a different face to the other version of the Angler, which appears in normal sets, this color, sand blue, versus green. I like the green one a little bit more, I think. But also has 3 batteries, similar to the Octopus. So I guess the ones in the series aren't gonna run out of air. The torso, again, is unique. It's a little bit more obvious because it doesn't have back printing. That's how you can tell that these aren't the same as the ones in the regular sets, because all those ones have back printing. And the leg printing, I believe, is also unique, but just slightly, nothing super duper different. And here is the Shark Army Great White, and this guy just feels special to me. He is another one of the Shark Army generals. However, this is one of the ones who was fired out of a volcano. So I really love how he has the black fish, the flamethrower fish. I think that that's an awesome weapon to give him. And, he was shot out of a volcano, so his battery percentage is pretty much 0. I love the lava designs all over these guys, or this guy, I should say. The jetpack in black appears here. And the face, they even singed his eyebrows by making them black, which I think is a really cool touch. The torso, you can see he is the, General number 1 from before, the first guy who was fired, I think. Or the first guy that they show fired in the movie. And it's pretty cool. Got some good designs on there. I like how he's wearing a suit underneath because you can see the tie. And the legs, again, I really love how this carries over the side, and some good side leg printing. Really nice looking. And there's a little bit of printing on the opposite arm from the leg. So, makes it look really cool. I would almost have preferred to see the octopus and anglerfish done this way, just because it's really, really awesome looking. And it would have been cool to get a couple of different versions of these guys throughout the sets, but we'll do it with what we got. And it's Garmadon again. This is the flashback version. It comes with a camera, as well as 4 dual molded arms this time, which is awesome. And this is the 2012 Garmadon piece that they use, and they just turn it around so they can print on the front. He's got a tie that goes all the way down 2 torsos. His legs are pretty simple, but reusable. Nice belt. And his face print is probably one of the most goofy parts of him, with the sunglasses. But I like it. And the hair, I believe, is a new color for that piece. And the coolest part of this guy, I think, is his family portrait. Just kidding. It's not a family portrait. It's his home. Nice picture. And that does read home in the Ninjago language. And, his home just happens to be a volcano. In a nice neighborhood, though, by the looks of it. And it's still Garmadon again. This is the Volcano Garmadon. And he's wearing pajamas. I like the accessories here. We've got the spoon again, as well as another bowl, this time with a different printed design, which is pretty cool, and it's in this nice sand green color. But the actual figure of this guy is amazing. I love the helmet mold of the new Garmadon, but this isn't special. It is nice, though, that if you get this Garmadon and this Garmadon, you can kind of make the regular Garmadon by just putting the helmet on this guy. And then he's pretty much, standard Garmadon, so you don't have to go out and buy a different set. But, that's just one thing you can do. The actual face is, nice and happy. This is different than the regular sets Garmadons. And the torsos, all four of them have arm printing with these awesome volcanoes on all four. And it goes down the front of the torsos and onto the legs. No side leg printing, but that's unnecessary. Overall, this is a really funny figure. Appears in like one scene in the movie, but it's really just well done. And it's the first figure to have 4 printed arms, because there aren't too many figures to have 4 arms. And this is the gong and guitar rocker, but he's really just a guitar rocker because he doesn't come with a gong. I like the print on the guitar though, so that's cool. He comes with hippie hair in a new recolor, black with the red headband. His torso is pretty cool. I don't remember what that says, but it's got the skull and crossbones. Maybe he's a pirate. Sky Pirates confirmed for Ninjago movie sequel. I like the legs though, dual molded. I believe he's the only one in the series with dual molded legs. Never mind, there's a couple others actually. I'm wrong. He's the first one that we've seen though. His torso is, or his face is pretty cool. Does look Ninjago-y. So he's a nice Ninjago civilian. I like the dragon tattoo on the arm. It's a little weird that he only has one black band around one arm, the other one has no printing. And the backside of his face is for when he's gong and guitar rocking, with the one squinting eye and all that. But yeah, he's a cool figure and nice to add some more civilians to the Ninjago movie lineup always. GPL Tech, borderline civilian / bad guy, but probably just a job. Probably doesn't really want to conquer the city, but has to, because you gotta make a living somehow, right? The cup, nice red mug, classic piece. Do like the laptop part, always. Like how they use the Lego logo as kind of the brand, and it does open like standard. Pretty cool. The figure itself, though, is relatively simple. I like how they didn't just use the dark brown for the hair. It went with reddish brown, which is a rarer color. I love the eyes there with the really big magnification. The torso print says GIT, Garmadon Information Technologies or something. And the Batman logo on the shirt underneath is really awesome. I like the pen in the pocket as well, and the dual molded legs are cool. However, it's a little bit of a shame that doesn't line up perfectly. You have to kind of lean her forward in order for that to work, right? Because there's a little bit of a gap, and even on the hips, it still, remains. So, a little bit of a shame, but still pretty cool figure for the most part. Sushi Chef is really cool. It comes with the butcher's knife from Series 6, which hasn't been used much in a while. This sushi roll print is brand new. It's different from the one that they usually use in sets, and he comes with a second one of those on like a 1x1 brick so that he can cut that off. The torso print on him is pretty cool. It's got kind of a sushi design on it, which is cool, and that print or that design continues onto the back. He has a nice face, looks good. And I like how he has the Scallywag Pirates bandana with the bald cap part. Pretty cool. And it's nice that it's printed here. And his legs are dual molded, but just that. There's no printing on them, which is useful. But it would have been nice to see a little bit more detail. And this guy, goes really, really well with Ninjago City, how it has the sushi rooftop restaurant, but no chef to go with it. And last but not least is the N-Pop girl. And, yeah, she's a pretty cool character as well. She comes with a new color for a teddy bear with a new design on there, which is cool. And this is a little girl teddy bear, so neat. In addition to that, she comes with a new recolor for Harley Quinn's hair, which, or from the Lego Batman movie specifically, which is cool. I didn't expect that, but it's nice to get these bright colors. The face print is pretty cute, and torso print is a Unikitty reference. which is awesome. Got a Lego Batman movie and a Lego movie reference in the same minifigure series. And the print continues onto the back as well. The legs are dual molded and they have pink stripes on the top half as well as 2 different color shoes. So it's like 2 different color dual molded. And she has this tutu piece which has different random colored stripes printed all the way around it. So that's pretty cool. And it's all like bright pastel colors. And overall it makes for a pretty cute and pretty funny figure. So, you know, nice to see in this series. So overall, I think that this series is even more of a mixed bag than normal. I do think that for the most part, the figures are good. However, some of them will just lack kind of the exclusivity of, you know, some of the previous series. Like these 6 over here, all of their torso and leg prints are the same or very, very similar to ones from actual regular release sets. Like Lloyd is pretty much exactly the same besides his one little accessory. The ones in the middle, yeah, they're cool, but like all their molds were, like all the new molds that they introduced for these guys are the same as, you know, ones in current sets. But they do have, you know, some exclusive things about them which make them relatively interesting. And these ones over here I think are all really well done and nice, and there's nothing really to complain about. I guess, you know, Zane's hair is also available in the other sets as well. But, you know, overall I think that these are all really well done. These are pretty well done, and then these ones I think that they should have chosen different characters. It makes sense to have all the main characters available in one, you know, a minifigure series so that you can get them all. But I do think that they could have made slightly more desirable versions of them. It would have been amazing to get a wooden version of Sensei Wu, and you'll know what I mean if you've seen the movie. But, like, even, it would have been awesome to get the Lloyd polybag figure, the promo one that was available with purchases of $50 or more at Shop at Home. That would have been a better figure than one of these Lloyds. They could have they could have put the casual version of Nia in here instead of the training suit. There's a whole lot of things that they could have done instead of this, but part of me thinks that maybe they introduced the prints technically for the CMF series so that they could lower the prices on other sets. But that's just me being, whatever the word is that I'm looking for. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I think overall it's still worth the $4 price for each figure, because a bunch of the parts are released, you know, specifically in much larger sets. But I would have liked to see a little bit more exclusivity on a couple of these figures. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.